All right, can you guys hear me now? Do we have sound? Is it coming through? We're good to go. Is it breaking up? I forgot that I had this book on my computer that I don't need to show you guys the actual book. All right. So yeah, you guys have it on your screen. And I guess those last couple of days of fooling around, we didn't have to do. In case you guys want to see my, well, I'll show you that later on. But all right, yeah, I just dropped. You guys said you wanted the Black Series video, and just to tell you guys how bad this computer is. It is I think 6 or 7 minute video. It took 4 hours for it to get ready to put up, to upload and everything. So I can't even make a real video. I'm going to make a bunch of, I can't do a 20 or 30 minute video. That would take the entire day. So I'm just going to put up a bunch of quick little, for me, they're quick little videos. 3-4 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is, just to say hi and get some stuff cleared up. Because like I said, once that computer gets back and I'm not using a cell phone and a 4 gigabyte notebook to bring you guys some content, we're just going to stream a lot. So in here right now, I know we have Rural Farm Boy, Mr. Rez, Christina Flores, and Pauline Harvey. I just want to let you also know that this is brought to you by our patrons. There is a TooMedToo Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/TooMedToo and drop a few bucks if you can. If not, that's fine too. I know right now there's some crazy stuff going on. Don't feel bad at all if you can't. I appreciate everyone that can, but just make sure you're liking and you're subscribed and you try and get this page out, or this video out to as many people as you can, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or whatever it is you got to do. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go to Amazon Prime and for free subscribe to my Twitch channel. And when you do that, it throws me a couple dollars, which is, appreciated. Every couple dollars adds up. So, okay, we got Real Farm Boy trying to join us in here today. Anthony, are you there? Anthony, are you there?
I'm right here, Michael.
How do? All right. So, can you hear me, Anthony?
Let me see if this try the old ones.
Well, you don't got to flush the toilet, man, I don't know what you're doing.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
This is something different because I don't know what the hell went on with. Oh, I might have just cost you. I took my microphone, my headphones, my headset you see sticking out of my ears out. I don't know where you're picking me up from, so we'll go this way and see what happens.
All right, let's do it. Let's get started so we can get this all finished up in time. So we're on the Resistance right now. I think we have about 10 pages left to finish up the Resistance. So the way that we go, that's how it is. All right, let's go. We got Finn here. At first, Finn was running away from something, the tyranny of the First Order. Then he ran towards someone, Rey. Now he's committed to a cause larger than himself, the Resistance and the battle to liberate the galaxy. He has separated in his mind all of the First Order gave him an education, military training, and the fear of its might from all that it has taken from him. He had no family, no childhood, not even a name. Finn is committed to saving the galaxy's youth from such a fate. Whereas once he might have been the most realistic about the resistance chances, now Finn is filled with a relentless optimism that it can and must be victorious. All right, then we got a little picture of Finn there with Poe over his shoulder. Finn has seen more worlds in the past year than his previous 20. As his missions take him from one side of the galaxy to the other, he and Poe Dameron continue to band through. Though it occurs to Finn how little he actually knows about Poe. Maybe that's a little foreshadowing on stuff we find out later. You did what? Okay, we have a travel satchel. It's the back view. And then you have the front view of it also. It has a compression strap, very important to know. It is water resistant, waxed canvas over closed cell foam padded interior. Humidity and temperature control vent. So then we got Poe himself. Long hair, decidedly non-regulation by first order standards. Sleeves removed for flexibility. Resistance fatigue shirt and classic Corellian cut. Leather gauntlet with mounted comlink. Oh, and we'll go back to the satchel. It's got a flap cover, a hook clasp, loop closure, and power recharge coupler. Rural Farm Boy, you know how I feel about some of this stuff that they put in here. Like, his sleeves were removed for flexibility. Like, I mean, that's why you don't wear sleeves on your vest, so that your shoulders can move and rotate. It's just, I love these books. It's just some of the things they put in there. I just, they get my goat, if you know what I'm saying. I'm a farmer now, too. Finishing off this page, we're all in this to the end. That's a quote by Finn. Here's a fun fact file. Poe has been teaching Finn some basics of starship piloting since the former stormtrooper is not a natural pilot. Whereas once Finn could not understand binary, his time with BB-8 has increased his skills in droid interaction. His growing skills. Finn's stormtrooper training has provided the Resistance with inside information and first-hand intelligence on enemy forces. But his low rank and strictly defined role with the First Order hindered his own development. The Resistance, however, needs everyone to excel beyond their boundaries to win the war. Therefore, Finn is actively developing a wider range of skills. He devotes himself to learning more about relationship, piloting, languages, and other areas. He has also shown a cautious curiosity about the Force. Finn is astounded by the That was about a half hour ago, dude. Are you on that much of a lag? He has also shown a cautious curiosity about the Force. Finn is astounded by the feats Rey has performed and wishes to gain some insight into something that is clearly deeply important to her. Well, I don't know if we've gotten to it yet, but we find out some stuff about Finn. Yeah. Later on. Well, actually, we don't find out stuff about Finn. We find out that Finn wants to tell Rey something, but we don't know what it is. There's a lot of speculation, and when it came out, it was like, he was going to die. He was going to profess his love to her, or that he was Force sensitive. And there was a little bit of, conversation about that. And it turns out, we find out through ancillary materials and speaking with people in the Lucasfilm and Disney groups that Force sensitivity is what Finn is, or I guess he's Force sensitive, which may play into some roles live action later on. I know he said that he doesn't want to do Disney Plus.
Me?
No. John Boyega doesn't want to do Disney Plus. He doesn't want to get pigeonholed into being a TV actor. But all right, Earl Farmer, you just sent me a message. You're lagging too much. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that. I'd rather have you in the chat telling me, how to pronounce things that I mispronounce than not have you here at all. And now that I actually can have, a copy of this on the screen and I can read it without having to hold it from, an arm's length away to get the camera in there, we'll probably actually be able to fly through this a little bit more quickly. Okay, and then we have a fun data file. Subject Finn, formerly FN2187. Homeworld unknown. Species human. Affiliation resistant. He's 5.78 meters. That's 5 feet 10 inches tall. He's 24 standard years of age. Finn has grown to favor a single hand grip, uncommon for stormtroopers. He's got an ERDT Ghillie 44 blaster pistol. We saw that recently too, and something else. Somebody else has one of those weapons. I don't know who it was. I think it may have been one of the pilots. If I Snap Wexley, Snap Wexley. That's who it is. Well, Pauline, we can. I want to try and get through this book. We can have conversations. Later towards the end. So keep that about John Boyega for the end of this. So just so we can finish off this chapter and have a little discussion afterwards. Or if you're around and you can stomach the septic tank on Saturday night. The septic tank, sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's normal, sometimes it gets really bad, and I have to take those off and can't leave them up there on the YouTube out of respect for some people that, sometimes we go a little overboard there. But sometimes they're normal, so we'll see. All right, we got a fast draw holster with spare blaster gas ampulets. And then Finn gears up for another mission, confident that the company of his closest friends will succeed. And he has an evolving reputation. Finn has grown beyond the moniker ex-stormtrooper in the midst of fellow resistance crew. Time and again, he has placed his life on the line on daring missions for General Organa's cause on the moon of Evidot. He and Poe raided an abandoned New Republic supply cache. He undertook risky supply runs with Chewbacca and helped liberate the Televans from the First Order occupation alongside Poe and BB-8. He even donned stormtrooper armor once more, infiltrating the Finalizer on a mission that resulted in Supreme Leader Ren's Star Destroyer being severely damaged over Batuu. General Organa sees great potential in Finn and admires the initiative he has taken in the past months. Identification plaque and coated cylinder with stolen First Order access. All right, Earl Farboy, do me a favor. You know how I always come up like, oh, that's going to be something for us to talk about? I need you to take notes for me. So for the septic tank, maybe one of the topics we can talk about. So I don't have a pen or anything by me. And then you can send it to me later. Does Leia know about Finn being Force sensitive? She's a Jedi. We can get in that debate whether she's a Jedi or not. She didn't finish her training, but Luke didn't finish his training either. And going to face Vader. And all right, we'll talk about it later. We'll just try and do this book now. Don't keep me going on my tangents. Damn you, real farm boy. Yeah, I'm not sure what the temperature was here today. It's 84 right now. So, and we have a tropical storm warning, whatever that means. I know what tropical storm warning is, but Okay, let's switch over here. Get over here. Switch my page over. Why isn't it letting me switch pages? Man, this is really slow. All right. I'm trying to switch the page here, and for some reason, it's not letting me. All right, let's see here. Maybe if I do... There we go. And we have a new page. Maybe happening. Maybe. Because it's a nice page. I know we have a lot of friends on here that would like to be on this page. Okay, let's see here. Almost there. Almost. There we go. Is it going to stay on this one, or is it going to skip over a bunch of them now because I had to do it like 8 times to go? But there we are. We got Poe Dameron. All right, so let's get right up in Poe Dameron's junk in his business and see what he's got going on here. Are we going to learn anything new about Poe Dameron? That's the other question too. Okay, so Poe Dameron has grown much during his time with the Resistance. Under General Organa's guidance, he has tempted his impulsive nature and learned to lead responsibly. These were hard-learned lessons that have molded Dameron into a command position for the inevitable yet unthinkable day when Leia can no longer lead the fight against tyranny. As Poe becomes more determined to face the future, he finds himself revisited by echoes of his reckless past, from a time before his service to the Resistance and even preceding his stint with the New Republic. I got us back, didn't I? Poe Dameron, seeking acknowledgement. And then we see that Poe Dameron, he has a desert scarf, protects against sun and sand. It's got a Ghillie 44 blaster pistol. It seems to be what everybody's having nowadays. Poe's favorite sidearm is I say Ghillie, I guess it's Glee. So I've been pronouncing it wrong. Due to its lightweight, rugged construction. He's got a bandolier for tactical dump pouches, Rhineyip leather pilot gloves, gunslinger's belt. He's got a little satchel there. His satchel carries a med pack, emergency rations, and other useful gear. It's a simple metal loop latch, leather strap, dump pouches filled with ammunition cells, and blaster repair tools. And we see up here, we saw earlier, we saw it, but we also have Poe's X-Wing. Poe's beloved Black One did not survive the evacuation of Dakar, but has gotten used to his replacement fighter. On occasion, he will temporarily recoil its white and orange hull with a tribute to his old livery. It's got a sensor array inside armed Neoscone, Fusel thrust engine, R2-D2, an astromech socket, and a scissor split S-foil in attack position. And it has a reconfined cockpit, incom tray, Tech designed the T-70 X-Wing with input from Alliance veterans who describe their preferences and grips. From their experiences behind the stick, the layout of its cockpit is based on this invaluable feedback. Fun fact file over here. During his time with the Spice Runners, Poe learned many useful and nefarious skills, including hot wiring and forgery. Poe has perfected hyperspace skipping, a dangerous series of pre-calculated light speed hops meant to throw off first-order attempts at tracking. And then he is an expert adventurer. Though his reputation as a hero of the skies is well earned, Poe is also a capable flight agent. He has logged numerous undercover missions alongside Black Squadron operatives and service to the Resistance. His latest planet-hopping adventure takes him to Pisana, Kijimi, and Kef Bir, where his subterfuge skills are just as needed as his flight abilities. While Poe may not fully fathom his assignment impact on matters of the Force, what matters most to him is that it makes a difference to his closest friends, Finn and Rey. Okay, Finn. Oh, wait, I'm pull this Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron has a checkered past. Poe rebelled during his adventure-seeking teenage years when his father, an Alliance veteran named Kes, attempted to instill some responsibility on him. Poe ran away from his home on Yavin 4 and fell in with the wrong crowd, specifically the Spice Runners of Kijimi. These dangerous criminals would have killed Poe had he not proven to be an amazing pilot. After a career as a young pirate and smuggler, Poe returned to his familial home to find that all would be forgiven if he forged a straighter path. Poe then began his service in the New Republic and later joined the Resistance. Now, this is something else that people were upset about. Oh, he was a spice runner. He was a spice runner. Oh, he was a drug dealer. How horrible. Dude, that's what Han Solo was too. That's how he got in trouble with Jabba. I mean, you know, it's a movie, first of all. So maybe not everyone has, the best history in the world. I mean, if I told you some of the things I did in my life, you would probably be a little, surprised. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, let's go. Poe Dameron, and he's got a data file down here in the corner. He's from Yavin 4. He's human resistance. He is 1.72, 5.8 feet tall. He's 33, so he's a little bit shorter. He's a little bit on the shorter side. I know running ain't dealing. I'm just saying he was involved in the drug trade. To what aspect we haven't found out yet, but but I think, you know what I'm saying? People wanted him to be this great person or whatever because he had a force tree in his backyard. Well, just because you grow up with a force tree in your backyard doesn't mean that, you're not going to make some mistakes or make some bad choices or do what you had to do to survive. I mean, he ran away from home and then got stuck with these guys, and he's either got to work with them or get killed. And he decided to work with them. And then when he had the chance to get away from him because General Organa decided to recruit him, then, it is what it is. Anyways, timeline. Remember we went through the timeline yesterday? This timeline is just for this book to give us reference to this movie or the the sequel trilogy. BSI is before Starkiller Incident, so we're talking about the end of The Last Jedi, the best Star Wars movie ever made, in my not so humble opinion. And I can explain to you why. Well, Delilah, what's the dog going crazy for? Give me 1 second here. I need to do some control on the crazy puppy. Come here, boo-boo. What's wrong? You want to come see Daddy? Okay. She was up on the bed. My bed's so high that she can't jump off of it. But anyways, you want to go on the couch? Go snuggle on the couch. He was born on Yavin 4 and 32 BSI, 26 BSI. Started learning how to fly his mother's A-wing. The same year, Poe's mother, Sarah, dies. 16 BSI, Poe runs away from home, joins Spice Runners. At 11, he returns home. 7, he begins academy training. 4, flies with the New Republic. 3, joins Resistance. 2, leads missions with Black Squadron. 0.5 BSI. Recruits Kazuda Ono. We all know that story. Captured by Kylo Ren. Befriends Finn. Attempts mutiny aboard Radis. Meets Rey. That's all 0 BSI. 0.5 ASI. That's after. Leads attack against the Finalizer over Batuu. And 1. He flies Millennium Falcon to Sonata Glacier Colony. Oh, and this is something else that so Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, there's been, I heard a discussion earlier about whether it's the Executor or Executor. And I recently, I thought I knew what it was. I'll let you guys in the chat tell me what you think it is. Do you think it's the Executor or the Executor? But we'll just finish this off while I give you guys a chance to talk. Okay, up here we have a multi-prong electrometer. It is standby indicator light, rotator and attachment mount, voltage, charge, resistance, and current probes. Stainless steel grip. And, we got a picture on here on Poe. He is rarely clean shaven. He has a pouch containing emergency food pellets. Poe broke his left arm in a childhood glider crash. So that would be a good trivia question. Which one of his limbs or something like that? I say all these things like I want to put this in the back of my. I gotta really have a notepad to write this stuff down. Anyways, glow rods and satchel prove useful in caves on Pisana, and we have a TG 4.4 field. Quadoculars. It has a traditional micro binoculars and electrical imaging objective plate. Let's see if I can get this bad boy to switch over. So that was Poe Dameron right there that we had. Almost there. All right, here we go. Beaumont Kin. Let me get back over here. So, yeah, it's the it's the executor, or I'm sorry, executor. So like the executor of a will. And the reason they didn't want it to be the executor because they didn't want kids going around being like, oh my God, that's kind of, even though it's a kid's movie, it's still kind of heavy to, to call it the executor. So that's why it's the executor, because he's going out and dealing out the what the emperor wants. Whether that's how it was or not to start, I don't know. But that's how it is now. But do I do trivia? I used to be really good at trivia, and then I stopped watching movies on a normal day, if you would go back 3 years ago, I'd be watching a Star Wars movie right now. But now I'm sitting here talking to you guys about this. So, I sometimes do trivia. Sometimes we do Trivial Pursuit late at night, or during the day if we try and get the UK friends involved and get some of our Star Wars, some of our friends that have been some Star Wars movies. We get them to join in on a few things, and sometimes we play just other board games, whatever it is. But right now with the with the computer issues I'm having, this is kind of what we're stuck with, or this is what you're getting. Oh, Zodiac's a good movie. I like that. Yep, there's so what every Monday night at 9:30, I do the Bacta tank. That's where I have a featured guest on, and it's not really an interview. Like we just talk. About how they got into Star Wars. I talk to them about how I got into Star Wars. So if you watch it, you've probably heard my story a million times. Not a million times, but because I'm having a conversation with them, and then we talk a little bit about Star Wars, and that takes up however long it's going to be, and then we talk a little bit afterwards, and then on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock. Right now it's 10 o'clock. When I go back to work, whenever that's going to be, it's going to have to go. It's going to get bumped up to a later time, or it's going to have to be probably Sunday during the day. We'll see what happens once I go back to work, or fit them in whenever we can. It's the septic tank, and that's kind of like a no holds barred. We talk about anything, usually Star Wars because we're Star Wars fans, but sometimes it gets a little crazy. But then I also do sometimes I do a septic tank on a Saturday, and that's to get our friends into that are in a different time zone, maybe over in the UK or whatever. Get them to join in. So we do those in the afternoon, and then whenever I can bring you anything else during the week, I do. So it used to be some games and do live streams with games, and some books and stuff like that. And I might be able to put out 1 or 2 episodes for the next week or two, and who knows what is going to happen then with work. If they give me the okay to go back to work, it might just be back down to the 2. So we'll see. I think right now on YouTube it gives me how many streams I've done. I've done in the last 28 days. I've done 25 streams. Some of those were video games though, so there was 3 or 4 in a day on that, but. I think in a 1 week period, I had 14 streams with the video game, so that's going to drop off quite a bit. Yeah, nobody is in here is rude. We have anybody's allowed to come in here and talk if they can be respectful. And in the chat, sometimes things we're not rude to each other, but it's crude conversations. And then there was a couple people that used to come in here that, they don't come in here anymore. Cause they get upset that, like there's levels of Star Wars. You have canon and you have fan fiction and you have legends, and they think fan fiction is more important than canon because they write it themselves, so it's what they want, and it's just really not how things work in the real world. But all right, let's get down to this Beaumont kin. Dark science, cloning, secrets only the Sith knew. There's Beaumont kin. Beaumont kin was on track to become one of the youngest professors at the Lerdic Historical Institute when the First Order destroyed the Hosnian system. While most of the faculty were taken by surprise, Beaumont had predicted that a cataclysmic act of war was very long overdue based on his study of the First Order and New Republic brinkmanship and its historical precedents, rather than allow future acts of apocalyptic destruction to occur unchallenged. Kin abandoned his academic career to become a captain of the Resistance Intelligence Division. He offers his wide knowledge on a variety of topics as circumstances require. And you know, he was, I think, supposed to play a much bigger part in this movie, but I still say, you know, it doesn't matter whether you like the movie or not. They needed to make a 6-hour movie and they put it in 2.5 hours. You know, there was just so much information and so much had to cover. You know, this movie was a great way to tie up the prequel trilogies. Or I'm sorry, I keep saying that. It was a great way to tie up the sequel trilogies. And if you ask most people that are just like, you know, go to see movies or say, oh yeah, I like Star Wars, but they just watch it whenever it's on TNT, they're, you know, they're not going to be sitting here talking. You know, even my dad, who says he loves Star Wars, but he would never come on here and talk with me about it, because, you know, why would he waste his time with that? It's just a movie. You know, he thinks that the movie, like most people that saw the movie, that aren't crazy people like us that are normal, you know, it was a great ending. It was a great ending. It was a great movie. You know, and we that want all this information are sitting here reading dictionaries and encyclopedias are like, well, this is what, you know, it would have made more sense if this happened or that happened. And, you know, because it's really not, you can't get into what you want and what people deserve. It's not our story to tell. You know, we have what we think should have happened, but, you know, once again, it's still not our story. But anyways, yeah, so I think if they would have made it into 2 parts, he would have been a valuable person because he could have then gone into Sith lore and bringing back what we know of the prequel trilogies and before the prequel trilogies, and, you know, just everything like that. So maybe, I mean, I think he's kind of douchey, but maybe we get a story about him on Disney Plus, and they hash some things out, and he ends up being pretty good. You know, I guess we'll have to see. But anyways, all right, let's get into this. Get off my soapbox right now. Attending a resistance command briefing, Beaumont is surprised and dismayed that his esocentric knowledge of Sith history has become relevant to the current crisis facing the galaxy. I got a fun fact file over here in the corner. Kin is fluent in 9 languages, including 4 ancient dead languages. Kin maintains a correspondence with Rebel Alliance historian Vorin Nal, whom he met at the Hexthropon School, embedded journalism on Lyric. Okay, so we have over here a little bit of a map, which we can see. I don't speak whatever ancient language it is. Maybe they're going to tell us. But we'll see what happens. Student of history, Beaumont's keen mind devours historical research. He has a particular fascination with the early Republic era that directly followed the vanquishing of the Sith a millennium ago. Perhaps unwisely given the sinister histories that surrounded them, he has visited sites of Malachor, Morband, and Davarn, following in the footsteps of ancient Jedi and Sith and the long-forgotten conflicts that shaped the galaxy. Kin can also read several ancient languages. When he learned that Rey had in her possession sacred Jedi texts, he jumped at the chance to translate some of them. He has become a helpful assistant to Rey, deciphering original passages as well as interpreting some of the cryptic notes left behind by Luke Skywalker. In the shadows of the Tantive, 4, Beaumont feels the weight of history pressed down upon him. He has carefully studied the ship's history and, like many, had always assumed that the Empire had destroyed it prior to the Battle of Yavin. So here we got a little picture of him into action when he came to Resistance without any combat experience. Beaumont's passion for informal university grav ball games kept him active. He has since plunged into combat training assisted by Rose Tico and Cadell Connix. The three have become good friends. He has a water-shedding, waterproof field jacket. That's very good, very important to know that. Reflective anti-glare goggles, BlazTech EL-16 blaster rifle, a holstered ERDG Glee 44 pistol. Yeah, Roll Farm was not spell checking me. Very good. You weren't spell checking me the other day because I kept calling it a ghillie. I was transposing the E or the I and the L in there. All right, so let's see. We got another picture of here. Bowman analyzes the recon data brought in by flyers like Snap Wexley, not only to get a current view of galactic struggle, but to extrapolate based on historical precedents what may come next. Beard grown out of an attempt to look more professional, so he doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe a hobbit. Makes sense. Pocket contains notes Ken has taken concerning his Jedi text. Good thing to know what he keeps in his pocket. Code cylinders in shoulder pocket. He's from Lurk. He's human. Resistance 1.7 meters. That's 5.7 inches tall. He is 40 years of age. He has esocentric knowledge, as intelligence reveals that the First Order is in league with the Sith Loyalists in the unknown regions. Beaumont's knowledge of the occult becomes a military asset. He has studied such esocentric and he has studied such esocentric esoterica in his I'm just making up words. He has studied such esoterica in his academic career, having set foot on worlds once blighted by active Sith temples. He was fascinated by the lengths the Sith would go to starve off death, including the plaguing of worlds and any reputation of genetic sciences. Most in the galaxy know little of history, as the Old Republic attempted to suppress it. Even now, most galactic citizens have no idea that Emperor Palpatine was the last known and prominent Sith adherent, though those in resistance circles are more likely to be aware. He's got his own rank indicator, having replaced rank plaques in the resistance, outdated regiment listing from when the resistance was larger, and Kin still adapts teacher stance he perfected during his lecturing days. All right, and here we're going to get a little blast of a bunch of people coming on up here. All right, let's see here. Did that work? There we go. All right, still got a bunch of pages to get through. We're running out of time. What's going on here? Oh, it's loading up. All right. So I was talking to you guys and my mic was muted. I don't know what happened with that. So let's see. Well, I'm still here. Mike who? I don't know that charming son of a gun. But let's see if we can get this going. Almost there. Now I'm really stuck. I don't even know if I'm still here or not. All right, let's see. One more click of the mouse might do it. Or maybe not. No. Bloop. Why isn't it reading this, folks? All right, we're going to try that. We're just going to try and go right there once this. Come on. Come on, Kindle Cloud Reader. Come on, Kindle Cloud Reader. Dang nabbit. Well, all right. Oh. Went from white screen to a black screen. So share screen, Chrome tab, Cloud Reader, share. It's coming in. It's coming in. Coming in hot. I don't know. All right. Well, we're getting there. It's getting close. Oh, wait. Wait. What do we have? Oh, that's not it. Oh, Cloud Reader coming back. Let's see what we got. Well, oh, hang on. It's thinking. We got a Kindle coming, and it's thinking. I was getting ready to say, well, that's going to do it for today, but it's thinking. It's pulling up a book. Hopefully, it's not a dirty book. All right, we got locked S-foils in attack position. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there we go. We got something. We got something. And just like the Rise of Skywalker, we skipped right over Rose Tico. Sorry, that wasn't funny. I mean, it was funny, but you know. There we go. We're back. All right. See? And, you know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for things to happen around here. But let's get right back into it. All right. So this is the Resistance Commanders that we have here. You know what? You know, 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 you know kind of fuzzy, isn't it? Kind of fuzzy. Definition 720. Yeah, that's the other thing with this too. The highest I can go is 720 for the resolution. So we're gonna see if it comes back now, and it's a little better. I guess I should have just tried to change the page on it, but let's see if we got it now. We'll see. Well, I'm going to hope that it's going to come back and it's going to be a good picture. So I'm just I'm going to start us off real quick here on a black screen. See if it comes back up. We have the Resistance Commanders. Age and combat attrition have taken their toll on the senior command staff of the Resistance. Now that the full extent of the First Order's war plan has revealed itself, it has become clear that many elders of the Rebel Alliance command were significantly targeted to remove them as threats early on. What at the time had seemed like a streak of unrelated tragedies had actually been shaped by the invisible hand of the burgeoning First Order. It now falls into a new generation of leadership to carry out the cause. Why is it coming in fuzzy? Go back over there and then try, maybe it just didn't load right, that page. Now it's thinking. All right, let's see. Is that any better? Nope, still fuzzy. All right, well, let's call it here, folks, and I'll see if I can get it working a little bit better. And same bat time, same bat channel. I would have really liked to hope to finish this off, but you know, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. So, you know, it was great hanging out with everybody, and it was a fun time had by all. And we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. Anybody know? Is Rebel Scum doing a podcast tonight? Are they doing a live stream? Maybe we can go. I can check y'all over there and see what's going on. But we'll do 6 o'clock on Friday again, and we'll see how it is. Thanks everybody for stopping by. May the Force be with you always. And sorry about the Jawas.